Howdy, howlers. It's Sako to me, also known as Castboy. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer. And sometimes I combine these three things to bring you content. Today, I've worked on video openings and closings for The Great When, which debuts on Saturday morning. It's going to be cool. My players are excited. I still have a lot of work to do, but my players are excited. However, I am limited on coffee. No, those aren't the words I'm using. I am out of coffee in my cup, which means I should make more. Yay, hello, Orla. I'm glad you're excited. It's going to be awesome. Hello, Mackenzie. Yes, you are new to my stream. Welcome. You're always welcome here. Hello, betrothed. Hello, lovely. Still out peopling, but wanted to say hi and drop a line. Thank you very much. I know you're peopling. Take care of yourself. The peopling. 10 cups a day. I try to limit myself to 3. You must poop quite extensively. All the pooping. Though I drink very strong coffee. I do not skimp on the coffee time. I hope to hear it soon. I hope to hear it soon. I'm going to wait till there's more people, but I want to debut the opening credits. It's going to be cool. Exploring the cool things I can do with branding in StreamYard. I don't think Shar can make it this week, as she doesn't have a character yet, but she is certainly welcome in future games. This is probably going to be a weekly thing, probably. We can discuss how often. It didn't occur to me that maybe weekly was going to be tough for people. It did not occur to me. Come on, Sako, get up, make more coffee. Needs work. It's a bit of a sarcastic rant, but it was fun. I'm so glad. Oh, I didn't see Christina come in. I did not see Christina come in at all. Is StreamYard mucking with my... Yeah, I was going to say it might be easier to join a couple of weeks in. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Doesn't affect me. I'm trying to limit, but I can't function on just 3 cups. My condolences. Jeez Louise. This is just a chatty chat. There's no sprints. There's no expectations on people. It's very chill. And oftentimes I will pick a witchy topic and chat about witchy things. Oh, hi, Christina. Finally, it pops up. Christina Poe. Hooray. Got the bones of a character, but not up to standard yet. Cool. Once you have a concept, then we'll talk about stats on a sheet. And we'll have stats that work towards your concept as opposed to the other way around. Had to approve Christina's comment. So, oh. Witchy things. Got a few people I'd love to hex. That's... Hi, nerdy book nerd. Got an hour left of work, but wanted to pop in and say hi. Hello to you too. I'm honored that you came in. So I don't wish harm on people, but I'm prepared to do so should the situation call for it. Skiving at work. Skiving. Is that a word? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I think I can finally close iMovie. At least for now. Later today, I have like 3 videos to edit and release. 4 videos. Maybe more. Maybe more. I didn't want to do them all at once. I wanted to do like a video a day. But I'm running out of days to do that. Mostly into healing. That is good. Healing and banishing would probably be awesome. So distancing is awesome. I think that was the one I clicked. Probably an Irish thing. Skiving, being lazy. Oh. I think I have a pretty strong concept, but I'm always asleep or at work when y'all are up, so I miss a lot of the chat. Would be great to go over it on Friday or something if times work. Yeah, absolutely. I intend on getting everybody together on Friday just to kind of like give it a test run, see if like I can actually fit all 7 people on or 6 people, 7 people, I don't know. All the people on my screen, if my background works, if, all of that stuff. Yeah, banishing and cleansing and healing. Absolutely. Sneaky, I'll keep it up on my phone, but with the sound off to help with the algorithm and analytics. Thank you. Very sweet. Morning, Cat Leo. Honored to see you. Also, Raven. Awesome seeing you as well. Don't work Friday, so should be awake and free at more times than the rest of the week. Cool. Chronic pain sufferer. And you do read tarot. I have one deck that I use for spell work. I have a couple other decks that I might maybe implement. But I have a lot of decks. Some for storytelling, some for spell work, some for divination, some for art. Just art. When I was 13, people were asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I was like, I want to be a diviner. So, been doing tarot for a hot minute. Okay, Orla looks like she's in for testing on Friday. That's awesome. Hopefully by Friday, I have everybody drawn and interviewed and all of those things. It's kind of interesting because I'm technically running a vampire game on Saturday, a Vampire the Masquerade game, 20th anniversary edition. And I'm a witchy channel, so you would think I'd be running mage. Oh well. Alexis. So excited. Love your energy. Wendeck. Terre de la Nuit. Nice. Just realized Friday morning is Thursday night for you, so might be even earlier. That is true. We will figure it out. Well, yes, I do want to hear something scary witchy. Absolutely. Totally in for it. Witchy horror writer, though, so vamp fits. Yeah. Dark time zones. Former senior Trump administration official says he didn't want us to tell him it was illegal anymore because he knew that there were, and these were his words, he knew he had magical authorities. He's senile. He is senile. He does not have all of his faculties. And just finished your coffee as well. Coloring on the balcony as it rains, waiting for packages. Take two. I'm kind of jealous of your awesome hanging out on the balcony action while it rains. It was awesome. It has recently rained here, but I think it's done raining, which sucks. Yeah. For my own mental health, I've been avoiding Trump things. That is. Also, Hygge. I don't know. I can't remember how to pronounce Swedish things. Oh, creek pop snap. Maybe, but a lot of campaign and consensus manipulation is repurposed chaos magic, assault of reality, etc. If he actually believes he has magical authorities, that is a scary, scary thought. Do they not have to take sanity tests of some sort to stay in office? No, they do not. One of the closest advisors is the spiritual equivalent of a snake oil saleswoman. Thinking he has magical authority seems like par for the course for someone under that sway. Yeah, it makes me slightly nauseous. How has the UK not drowned and sunk under all this rain? Yeah. Everything he says, I'm like, seriously? Yeah. I don't know. Hey, MK, do I have to put the Dark Pack logo on my stream? Free closed beta keys for the new Werewolf the Apocalypse game. I don't know if I can run it. I don't know that I have a system that can run it. Something tells me it's going to be PC only. If you get it, can I watch you play it? Are you going to get it? Can you stream for me? Mom was surprised when you were talking about tarot the other day. She has her own decks and does it. Oh. Well, I'm glad she's supportive. Yeah. On a lighter note, I've been in the mood this week to rewatch Going Postal because we need a nice fun story with someone saving a post office. Is that what it is? It's a text-based adventure game and it runs on potatoes. Not in your current state, but I can make you a mod so that you can post links. Hold on. Let me mod you. I would like to see my chat, please. There we are. Boop. Add moderator. There, I've thrown a wrench at you. You can post links now. Yeah, you were thinking of the first person or the action game werewolf. But still, I'm super here for text-based werewolf. I'm super here. Did I tell you that I was doing the hold on. Also, haha. Did I tell you that I was going to run a werewolf game set in Moscow? That I was going to try and talk to you about some things? Just haven't been hanging out on Discord much. Supportive of me, like, because I have a bazillion decks, and she's like, oh, I have a bazillion decks too. That's interesting. I guess you learned something about your mom. Also, Char runs off on potatoes. Yes. Trump ad kept playing on the YouTube homepage last night. Yeah. Yeah. I was on mobile for the Tuesday stream that Sage does, and an anti-Kamala Biden ad kept playing. So it was really obnoxious. The wrench of power. Dark pack logo isn't necessary for streams, but you can add it. I did this. I suspect that might be okay. Hi, okay, weird. I forgot to say hello. I'm still very tired. I've only had one cup of coffee. It is not enough to sustain me. Yeah, you mentioned it, Sako. I hadn't gotten around to touching base about it. YouTube had a little message explaining why I was seeing this ad, and the logic was of where you live. Oh, so great, because I live in bumfuck Pennsylvania. I got to see this shit till November. Fucking kidding me? As if you aren't drowning in it already. Like, do they gotta? Huh? Do they gotta? Hi, Spence. Cutie McCuterson. My sister makes and embroiders tarot bags. Trying to get her to sell them online, but shipping scares her. Understandably, but I'm also in the market for some tarot bags. So if she ever does start selling them, I know some people, and also I am some people. Reported it. Yeah. Dark Pack. So White Wolf and Onyx Path Publishing are pretty strict about their legal stuff, but they have a small print thing in their legal hoo-ha that says, hey, if you slap this logo on it, you can stream or perform or hold events or write fiction or do fan art, though that gets kind of hazy. And a bunch of fan stuff, and as long as you stick Dark Pack on it, and I'm not taking money for this, so I'm just like, playing the game and free advertisement, I guess. I don't know. Oh my gosh, epic jump. All right, go and sleep. Looking forward to the vampy stuff and getting Ash more developed. Awesome. Get some rest. Dark Pack is a licensing system, yes. Without getting a cease and desist. You are not too late. We're just getting started. Hello, Nookish Exception. Good night, good night. Took what turned out to be an expired sinus medicine. It was chewable, and now my mouth tastes like I'm dying. Oh. Chewable sinus medicine? That's a thing? I'm sorry. I'm trying to like imagine the thing that you just took, and I'm coming up blank. I mixed up what others were talking about and what you were, so my sister makes and embroiders tater bags, and I'm like, that's going to be a fancy spud bag. I've been up since 8. My daughter's iPad died. She was very angry, very early. Also tarot bag for Mackenzie. So easy done, though. Turned off add personalization to see if it would help. Nope, still showed up. Not fully cognizant and just word vomiting. That annoyed me last night. Yeah, gotcha. Problem is, if they don't force their IP laws say they forfeited their rights. Yeah. Yeah. I feel it working already, though my eyes are working again. Okay. Apparently, it was in my first aid kit. Oh. Bitter chalk death. Yeah. At least it worked. Mm-hmm. All right, coffee. I have like a portable hard drive that I have plugged in, and I have to like finagle around it. Hit the wrong thing. Yeah, see, all the coffee. We are getting all the coffee. Oh, I need to refill the thingy. Yeah. Need to figure out what project I'm going to work on in my stream later. We are growing in number. When is your stream? Eastern, by the by. I would like to be present for it. I haven't remembered. Sorry. Road trip. Oh, road trip. Adventure time. Yeah. Adventure time. Is my cord long enough? Vamps and mages versus a new Tremere house called Karna. Our house rejects the old ways shaped by men and seeks pagans, witches, and chaos magicians who look to the future. Cool. I am running 20th anniversary for this particular game because I have so much to learn about 5th edition. I have so much to learn. Also, they're like super crazy about 5th edition stuff. They're like, well, you can do 20th anniversary, but 5th edition, keep your hands off. And I'm like, oh, okay. Nicole. A home slice. Wow, that's a term I haven't heard in a hot minute. More coffee. What kind of witchy stuff do? I am a chaos wizard, chaos witch. I have a vagina. That makes me a witch. Again, the coffee. And do you write witchy stuff in your books? I do, sometimes, depending on the book. Spence was running a 5th edition game before quarantine. Oh, I'm going to be getting back into it soon. You never took it online for quarantine things? That's interesting. I'm a little farther away from the coffee maker. I didn't know you played Spence. Is it Vampire 5th edition or is it Werewolf? Because they're coming out with werewolf things now too, I think. People are emotionally invested in games they grew up with. Yeah, change is difficult. That's the human brain. I ain't gonna lie, you're absolutely right. I am emotionally invested in the old ways, and 20th anniversary just kind of cleaned everything up. 5th edition is new and scary, simplified and yet complicated. So simplified system-wise, but a slightly more complicated for those of us who grew up with it, is in story and canon stuff. One of my main players doesn't have the patience or capability to do it online, too much at ADD. Oh, D&D 5th edition. Oh, I'm talking about Vampire. You spooked me for a second. So my Pathfinder game that I'm in that plays tonight, we're converting from Pathfinder to 5th edition and a little bit of homebrew story time things. She's not doing it out of a module anymore. She's going to be making up the campaign herself, which I'm kind of excited about. She's a shiny new GM, so this is a big step for her. Human brain. It does make me feel kind of bad, though. I'm not going to lie that I'm intimidated by 5th edition, and I think that's what's keeping me from. Well, part of the reason that's keeping me from playing Mari. Like, I'm a little intimidated by the system, a little bit, and I'm in a position where she should be asking questions, but I don't know what to ask because she's basically stuck with this dude, and she could just sit in silence for the next 3 hours. Guten Morgen. What's up? Bagel and schmear, is that what you said? Right on. Mm-hmm. Bagel and schmear. Homebrew worlds are the best, I agree. I'm homebrewing London. I'm roughly basing it off of London by Night, which is technically a Victorian age vampire module. 5th edition changed some things with the fall of London, but I'm trying not to use the Fall of London stuff. Getting people into running games is super valuable. I work really hard with the WOD community to get new people to try storytelling and have the support necessary to feel comfortable. You know, I am going to be running Werewolf and running London, partly because nobody else will do it. So I'm that guy. I'm that guy. It's going to be interesting with Werewolf because I don't know the system super well.
No, you haven't read the book yet, have you?
I started.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of content. So.
Yeah.
Fall of London is garbage. Oh, is it? I read a review of it, and it basically said the same thing. That the content was basically like step and fetch it. And it was supposed to be like 2012 up to the elimination of vampires in London. The fate system is awesome, by the way. We did a Dresden Files game. No. We did a Buffy the Vampire game with the fate system, and it went great. Wonderful. A Chaos Witch. A Chaos Witch is someone who dabbles in a lot of things to make their own paradigm. Well, there's supposed to be Sans paradigm, right? But to make their own like skill set and their own reality. So tell me more about this Fall of London stuff, please. It was hotter than I was expecting. So some would call it an eclectic witch, but I think Chaos Witchdom has its own paradigm. Fall of London is a D&D adventure module written by people with a passing interest in VTM. Nobody knows the rules or understands the UK. Random police show up and shoot you in the street. But they don't have guns. Hold on.
Tasers.
And batons and, I mean... Oh. So it is garbage. So my party, my coterie there for the game, they are afraid to try the accent, partly because we all have like Australian and British friends, and we don't want to offend them. But I always have it in the back of my head, like when I was playing the the Hollower, the 1920s game, question mark? That was like one session where you were like, yep, accent good. Yes, customized for my own personal needs, because what works for one witch isn't going to work for another witch, and what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you, for instance. I'm not sure I would call myself a witch. Not familiar with the types. Just read tarot. Right on. Witching is kind of a lifestyle, I think. So you're probably right. Probably just like dabbling a little bit here and there. Fall in London happens during the Olympics of 2012, so you can just ignore it for your game. Okay. I will do that. Because my game is 1980s anyway. Only started reading tarot a few months ago, so it's still very new. Awesome. So you're still learning. Still learning. That's really exciting. Super cool. I want to show off my mug. Oh my goodness. Welcome aboard. Indeed. Bex. Wonderful Bex. You are hopefully still in bed and sleepy time. For your reading anyway. Yeah. So maybe like a daily draw and then like study the card. I think you're at that juncture maybe. I'm a vaguely will worker shaped cyber Deludonot. Yes, you are. I am getting into the psychonaut things, which is pretty rad. Kind of intimidating because I have to do a lot of prep for it, but still super rad. Also, hey, Bex. All the birthdays today. Jeez Louise. Occasionally, Mackenzie, I will do tarot readings on my channel. For free, for shits and giggles, basically. I have two decks that are kind of dark, kind of club you over the head a little bit. One is nicer about it than the other. The other will tell it like it is, and usually bring out the shadow. But I got a Ostara deck, which is very friendly. Kind of fought me a little bit to begin with when I first got it, but we're bonding quite nicely. Hi, Natalie Locke. So good to see you. Know my character's age, how long vampire, and description, family background, and stuff need to work on or lived. Roger. Are you playing? Wait. Super jump. Are you playing? Because you haven't been talkative on the thing. My husband's readings are the kind that make people cry. Me too. Mine are very nice and gentle. He used to read poems, but that is more peopling. Yeah, I understand that very well. Every once in a while, I try to read my own poem, but that M always sticks out at me. So it distracts me from all the other little things. Psychedelics and shamanistic experiences foster the idea of embodiment. Cyberspace encourages disembodiment, which both which can result in seeing beyond one's ego and prison of identity. I declare. I'm not going to do psychedelics, for one thing. Hi, peoples. Computer and money issues. I understand that. I'm just not sure if you're actually, in it or not. Hi, Natalie. I have the M on my hand too. That's awesome. It means you have a natural knack for this stuff. If only there was a way to detach the palm from people. There is. It's kind of frowned upon by the law. Just putting that out there. Tomorrow I'm supposed to do werewolf things. It's going to be hard changing gears from vampires to werewolves. What is PMSL? I am unfamiliar with this abbreviation. I should train a neural network image classifier to read palms. Yes, you should. That would be fascinating. I have a hard time finding that sigil site that you sent me. I know some witches that would make great use of it. Very different vibe from werewolf and vampire. Wait, what? Why stop at the palm? Yeah. I have a weird right hand and left hand disconnect on my love line. My hand dominant was relatively straight. Lots of little crosses and branches. So usually your dominant hand is the future and your non-dominant hand is your past, right? So take that into account. It wraps around my pinky to between my middle fingers. My right hand is weird. Guess I should be looking at this one. Pretty goddamn solid. Pissing myself laughing. Oh, scribe.me. I would like to bookmark this. How does that work for ambidextrous people? Usually you default on your right hand and then you use your left hand as your non-dominant. My right hand love line is split, very straight line and crossed to between my ring and pinky. And above it, there's a big curve that goes between the ring and pinky finger. Interesting. There's an old joke from Are You Being Served about palmistry where the reader is like, no, give me your other hand. This is what you were born with. I was born with both of them. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I know a little bit of palmistry, but like, I need to go back into it. Like, there's stuff that like the side of the hand understands. There's stuff like the rings on the thumb along here around the meat of the palm. It's like supposed to be how many kids you have or whatever the fuck. No, thank you. Maybe that's how many miscarriages I'm gonna have. I don't know. Creaks, pop, snap. Talking about hands. And my fingies need popping. I am glad. It is a good day when I learn something new. I kind of want to show off my opening credits. Can I show off my opening credits to you guys? Here's a vampire game. I made opening credits that I'll play before each game. It'll be fun. Oh, yes, yes, please do. Okay. Okay. What do you think? I know the quality isn't great, but it's better than it would have been a week ago. Learning the things. 2 thumb lines and 2 kiddos. Score. I'm done. Yeah. I have a lot of lines. Which means I wanted something kind of punk, kind of 80s, a little bit. Could be mistaken for 80s, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's the right amount of rock to convey the mystery. Ooh. I tried to get like London. There was this aerial of London's bridge over the Thames, and I was like, this at night, and I was like, oh, this is perfect, and it was like $100 for the 11 seconds of stock, and I was like, no, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah. Freaking expensive stock. Son of a bitch. Apparently, there is a account on YouTube that has a ton of like 8mm film of like for a couple of minutes of various like London 80s punk stuff. And at night, the nightlife and stuff. And they're like, hey, like, contact me if you want to include this in your documentary. And I was like, well, it's not a documentary, but kind of want it. Yeah, you. Hi, Eva. So good to see you. I'm just starting to wind down and wrap up. I know. Orla has an uncle in that used to live in London, so we're gonna bombard him with questions. I'm putting together questions today. Oh, remembering more shit I gotta do. Measurements for Indian. I purchased an Indian outfit, but it's made to order, and I haven't taken my measurements yet, and it's been like a week. So she can't start unless I freaking give her my measurements. You want to know my measurements? I can probably find a tape measure, and we can do it right now. Oh, he's still in London. He lives there now. Did he live there in the 80s? Because there was a lot going on. So much new wave. That came later. We're not there yet. Punk has just reared its head. At least in London. Oh, Mackenzie's in Essex. That's cool. Never been either. I've never been to the UK. No, that's a lie. I've never been to England. I've been to Ireland. I basically did a tour of Southern Ireland. He moved there in 1980. So super topical. I would love a chance to talk to your uncle. Get someone to help you with your measurements. Doing it yourself messes with the results. I measure myself for my own clothing, and so far it works. England just reigns. They said that about Ireland, but honestly, I have spent a lot of time on an island, on a 30-mile island, where it pours rain for hours every day. And when I was in Ireland, it rained intermittently throughout the day, but only for like 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. It was never hard enough to want to, run or anything. Like, you could just hang out in the rain and it was fine. It gave you just enough time to go from one pub to the next pub. And the pub lady, the bartender, was like, "Oh, it's a shame about the weather, isn't it?" And I was like, "Are you kidding? This is the best weather ever." Oh my God. New wave peaked in the late 70s. Oh. Yeah, 1980 on the dot. It's the longest night is the opening game. So it's about to turn to 1981. Confession time, I absolutely adore Gary Newman. Depends on the season. Lots more in autumn and winter. See. Ireland has 4 seasons in a day, and summer is in April. I gotcha. And that's what my mom said. Germany, when rain was forecasted, it missed it all day. Yeah. There was never a heavy downpour. Yeah, I gotcha. I don't remember it ever raining in Germany. Granted, my memory is spotty because I was real little, but I don't remember it ever raining. So raining showers in Essex. We've been getting the outer rings of some hurricanes. So it's been rainy, but nothing terrible. Well, borderline terrible. There were a couple of borderline terrible storms. Also, thank you. There we are. Thank you very much. Misty days of rain is how I remember Monterey Bay in California when I lived there. Can't remember it ever actually raining, but lots of cool misty mornings. Usually in the summer, there's a ton of fog and mist. Or autumn, lots of fog in the autumn. We need more rain in Ohio. I bet you do. How wet is London compared to Europe? And it turns out not at all. Yep. Rainy here, but no hurricanes. Sounds scary. I'd be constantly worrying about the house blowing away. Probably not, because a lot of those buildings have been standing since like before the US was even a country. So I suspect a lot of those buildings can handle it. Monster Slink, but this thing, I'm gonna look. Oh, it's the drier than London versus wetter than London. Oh, who knew? Who knew? Learn something new every day. So it's funny you mentioned that because, oh God, what was the name of the hurricane? Andrew. Hurricane Andrew in Florida wiped the state clean. And so they had to change how they build like hardcore. So building requirements were basically like, can it withstand a hurricane? Is it made of cement? Because if it's not, no. Most hurricanes are more like tropical storms anyway. Yeah. It's when you get to the Cat 5s that things take a turn. Rains and storms here in Louisiana constantly. Yep. I love it so much, but we are in prime hurricane tropical storm territory. You sure are. But also, like, your building code is up to snuff for the weather. So we got to be prepared, but also rain. Yeah. Also, Bex is in NOLA. Who knew? Are you in NOLA or are you somewhere else in Louisiana? Packing my bags and coming to Louisiana, Bogwitch heaven. There are so many spells that work with, like War Water, for instance, that requires Spanish moss and plants and stuff that only exist in Louisiana or in Florida. Like along that, yeah, it's along the Mississippi or in Savannah, somewhere along a river. But Spanish moss doesn't grow here for some reason. There's no Spanish moss here. My neighborhood was pretty mellow weather, but also all of it was in the same day. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. I have things that I should probably be doing. Yeah. Thank you all for keeping me company. Also, if you ever have a chance to stay at the Place d'Armes, do it. It's so nice. It's also supposedly haunted, and it has a gorgeous courtyard, and all their coffee has chicory in it, and they have delicious croissants. It's awesome. 6 hours from you, farther inland, thank goodness. Right on the cusp of Beauregard and Vernon parishes. Right on. Spanish moss is my favorite thing. It delivers all the trees and mystical beauty. Bye. Good morning. Oh my God, Angel. I am wrapping up and closing shop. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And or see you at the sleepover tonight. Oh. No to chicory. You have crushed my soul. Crushed my soul. Catch you guys on the flip side.